Okay, so the first problem, you have a subtraction problem. So subtraction problems, we've got to do keep, change, change. So I'm going to mark it right on here. Change, change. But the first number, I kept it the same. So now it's just 6 something plus 3, or 4, almost 4 something. So my estimated answer would be approximately 10 because 6 plus 4 is 10. But I'm going to go ahead and add these numbers together, 6.002, which is 6 and 2 thousandths, plus 3 and 9 tenths. And you can see that I lined up my decimals. That's really important because you can only add and subtract stuff that's the same. So now I am adding. And you can see my answer is very close to 10. It's a positive plus positive, so of course the answer would be positive, and there we go. 9 and 902 thousandths is the final answer. The second problem is also subtraction, so we have to do keep, change, change. So I'm keeping the first thing the same, changing the subtraction to addition, and changing that negative to positive, 3.9. Or I could have just marked it right here, change, change. So now I'm thinking about my song, and I'm thinking to myself that these signs are different. Different signs subtract and take the sign of the higher number. The higher number, there's more negatives, 6 negatives, but there's only 3 positives. So since there's more negatives, my answer is going to be negative. Now, I am subtracting, so I have to choose to put the bigger one on top. And so 6 and 2 thousandths goes on top. 3 and 9 tenths goes underneath, and I am subtracting. I also lined up my decimal. And so 2 minus nothing is 2. 0 minus 0 is nothing. I need to borrow and make this 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. And I already decided that my answer should be negative, so I don't want to forget to put that on there. 2 and 102 thousandths is the final answer. Okay, so on this multiplying problem, it's multiplying, so I need to think about cards. And so I have matching cards here, negative, negative. Yay, they match. So a match means that it's a positive answer. So now I'm going to pretend like the decimals aren't there. And I'm going to multiply like I always do. I'm pretending like it's 651 times 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. But now I know my answer is not 1,000 something because this is really only about 6 times 3, which is 18. Or if I rounded it up to 7, approximately 7 times 3 would be 21. So my answer needs to be somewhere between 18 to 21, not 1,953. So I've got to count the babies. In this whole house, if you went to someone's house to babysit, and there's a little house there, in the whole house there's 2 little babies playing upstairs, 2 little kids. And they're little because they're little tenths and hundredths. They're not whole numbers. So there are 2 babies in the problem. I need to have 2 babies in the answer. So it must match. And so I've got 2 babies there. The decimal, I have to choose to put it right there. And 19 something, yeah, 19 is between 18 to 21. So that's more reasonable. I already decided my answer should be positive. And so 19 and 53 hundredths is the final answer. Okay, so this is division, which again would mean that I need to think about cards. So then I'm going to put the top number inside the box. 625 is being cut into 2.5 parts. And the outside number must be whole. I have to make this outside number be a whole number. So I've moved the decimal over once to the right. But where is the decimal on 625? It's at the end. Somebody forgot to put a period at the end of the sentence, so to speak. Just like in English, sort of. So I'm going to move this decimal once to the right as well. So now it's just 25. This is the whole number 25. And so then you think about these are number of seats in the car, and these are number of people. And so let's use that little story to help us divide. 25 people want to fit into 6 seats in a car. That's not going to work. Now 25 people want to fit into 62 seats. Sure, 25 people can get in and another group of 25. 2 times 25 is 50. 62 minus 50 will leave us with 12 seats left over. 50 people sat down, but there's 12 seats left. Bring down the next number. So now if there's a 125 seat plane, 25 people will fit in. In fact, 5 groups of 25 people. 5 times 25 is 125. And you could do that out to the side just to check. 25 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Okay, so then 125 minus 125 is nothing. We still have to bring down the next number because I have to keep dividing until I get to this decimal. So now if there's no seats in a vehicle, how many groups of 25 will fit in? Well, no, none. 0 times 25 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. So now we are finished. And since we are thinking about cards, these cards do not match. They don't match. So since they don't match, oh, that's too bad. It's a negative answer. So our final answer would be negative 250. Please re-watch this video or parts of this video. If you are not understanding, just watch it again and listen and check your notes.